Hello, friend, and happy Monday. The unofficial start to fall is here, and I know that this can be a reset time for a lot of us. In fact, I'm actually having my house power washed as we speak. It is one of those annual maintenance tasks that I make sure we do. So if it's on your list, here is your reminder to get it scheduled. So recently at Grit and Glam, we've been talking a lot about getting back to basics. We've talked about why you should get organized. I've reviewed my 4-step process for getting and staying organized. And of course, we always talk about the Sunday reset, which makes maintaining organization so simple. So today I want to talk about even more basics because it really is the basics that make living an organized life so sustainable. So today I'm going to answer a common question I get, which is how my house is almost always neat. Some might even argue too neat. So today I am going to share one of my most basic secrets, and it's this: we never leave a messy room. To me, this really is the holy grail of becoming a neat freak. The general rule should be don't leave a room until it's cleaned up, and never ever leave it till the end of the day. Now, before we go any further, I want to acknowledge that this approach might not work for everyone. Even my husband disagrees with me on this philosophy. He finds the approach a little inefficient because his feeling is that you should clean up once at the end of the day. But I, of course, disagree. And here is why. With my approach, there is no cleaning or straightening to do at the end of an exhausting day when I'd much rather be doing literally anything but cleaning and organizing. Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds great, but what does it look like in action? Let's get tactical. Let's take the kitchen after dinner as an example. After you finish dinner, you probably take the step of putting your dishes in the sink or at least bringing them up to the counter, but then you might quickly move on to the next activity, which at night feels like those activities are so plentiful. Bathing the kids, checking email, putting in a load of laundry, prepping for the next day, whatever it might be. And once your kids finally get to bed, you are so ready to pour yourself a glass of wine or hop on the couch, turn on Netflix, whatever it is you do to unwind. But then you remember that a dirty kitchen is waiting for you. And if you're anything like me, you might get super, let's call it grumpy, because it's the last thing you want to do. You might even tell yourself you deserve to not clean up anymore today, which is true. So you go veg out, go to sleep, and then you wake up to a dirty kitchen, which is just soul crushing. So how do we avoid this loop? By acting in the moment and not procrastinating and not leaving a messy kitchen. If you spend 10 minutes cleaning up right after you eat, load the dishwasher, start it, wipe the counters, maybe use that time to pack lunches for the next day, and then move on to the next nighttime activity like bathing the kids or whatever else you have to do. Then, once that is all done, you are free to relax and unwind and never have to think about the kitchen again. And then it starts the next day on the right foot. Now, if you have little ones, you might be thinking, but my kids are so little, how am I going to do this? I started this when my kids were little. I would leave them in their high chair. Were they super happy about it? Not necessarily, but what it did was build in a habit of we all hang out in the kitchen until it's cleaned. And as a side benefit, my kids who are now older, they're 8 and 11, can sit through long adult dinners without getting too restless most of the time because they're used to staying in the kitchen, having longer extended meals. And now, of course, we all clean up as a family. Another example is with the playroom. I instilled this habit in my kids until they got into a routine of putting their toys away before they left the room. So what does it mean I instilled the habit? It meant I gently and continuously reminded them that we put one activity away before starting a next one and we clean up the room before we leave. It is possible. And then what it does is clear the way for a new fun activity the next time they enter the room. Now, this new way of going about your day might seem daunting at first, but really, once you get in the habit, you don't even think twice about it. This is really true of any habit. If you want to make changes in your life, you have to start implementing small, consistent routines that serve you. So try it this week and let me know how it goes. It may just change your life. And Sherry, yes, it really is the worst waking up to a mess. I think we can all agree on that, even my hubby. As always, if you have any questions, leave them for me in the comments below. Try it this week. Let me know how it goes. It just might change your life. I'm cheering you on always, and I hope you have a fantastic week.